And welcome back to Oakley Hour, and today we have a new build, and it's going to be, remember I did one of these for London, I really liked it, although my daughter did pick out a good point. This little thing that goes around, let me see if I can take it off. She said, rightly so, it should have been a bus. Yes, it probably should. Anyway, I am going to be doing another one of those. So, that one I've started off now. So let's get that unboxed and we can see what we are going to be dealing with. So this one's come up nicely sealed. The box is a little bit damaged, as I seem to have a lot recently like that, unfortunately. So this one is for Paris. So I know I have some French people who watch this channel, so this one is almost identical, I think, to the one that I did, but it's going to give me buildings that I have absolutely no idea, so it tells me a little bit about it. We're going to get the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, liveliness of Champs, I'm not going to be able to pronounce that. Anyway, we have some music with it. Do it yourself, does it say 8+, which I reckon's probably about right, and on the back it does give the others that they do, so if you see one of those you'd like me to have a go at, let me know and I will get that ordered. Okay, I've got quite a lot on at the moment, quite a lot of models in tow, plus I have a birthday coming up soon, so I know I'm going to be getting more for that. So let's get this one open. But yes, like I say, if you do see any, I will definitely be looking to add them, because I think they are so very cute and went together really quite well. I don't know if I've ever done a review on it. If I haven't, maybe I should, because although that bus thing might come out now that I've been informed about it, I never even gave it a thought, to be honest with you. So anyway, it's by a company called Praise Games by the looks of it, which obviously I haven't ever heard of. Praise Games, would that be the company name? Maybe. Can I get into it? Maybe, maybe not. I spend all the time trying to open it. It's because it's got, the box has got a bit damaged, so it doesn't want to slide off as much as I want it to. There we go. Okay, so where are we opening? I'll see, it probably has tape too, probably. No, it doesn't. Alright, let's see what we have. Yeah. So Paris Games. Okay, so it's Paris Games, but on the front they put an E on the end. Oops. Okay. Paris Games, and we have an A3 sheet of directions, so which only one-sided. So we have how many steps? Is it going to work in steps? I don't know that it is. I don't think it is. I think we will just plod on through. Okay, alright. It does have quite a smell to it, this does. So we have, look at the wood in a moment. We have our winder. We have a little bit of paper here. We have the screwdriver. Have a nice big wax block. And we have our music box and wind up as well. So let's have a look at the pieces. I don't think there's anything else in here. No. It really does have quite a smell to it. Has some screws in there. I just need to hold that in. Alright, let's have a look at what we have. So pop that to one side and knock the other one probably now. Right, where can we go? Maybe through here. So the Paris is an accordion piece, same as what we did before. I hope you did watch that one. I thought it was a lovely little model, to be honest with you, and until my daughter said about it. Should have been a red bus, a London bus, which I never even thought of. I was so very pleased. So what we have is, let's put it this way, we have Paris, we have more plastic, just coloured on one side, but beautifully done. and you have to be telling me what these parts are, so I'm not sure what is going to go round on this one, what the magnetic piece is. I'm assuming it's going to be the similar type of thing with something going round, and that's that. Okay, so that's what we have. This is where whatever it is going around, I don't recall seeing anything that it could be. So it will be fascinating. Maybe the bike, maybe the lady. I actually don't know. I've not seen anything which has got a hole in the bottom of it to put a. Ooh, I think it's all going to be a. Oh, I don't know. No, that's no good me guessing, obviously. Alrighty, so that's what we have. So let me go and pour the first stage. I don't think it's going to be a long build whatsoever. So I'll be back in 2 ticks. Okay, I started off pulling the pieces and then it was like, well, they're such big pieces, it's probably a bit of a waste of time. I'm not even sure we use this, by the way. But let's make a start. So, take this piece and the motor, and it goes in. Oh, first probably screw this on. Okay. Okay. Try and put it on the wrong place. Does not help. Let me get the view right here. Is it opposite? It's going to be our magnet plate to move whatever it is, because I couldn't work it out. Around. I reckon it's going to be a nice quick build, this, hopefully. And then I think I'm going to put that on in through here and hold that on. One that's going to go on. Maybe I should put that on afterwards. Huh? Right, let's try that again then. And then all the holes should line up, which they do. Where's my screwdriver gone? Lost my screwdriver, hold on. Okay, I haven't even got it out. It wasn't like I lost it. I was thinking about it. Could have used this, but kind of prefer this type really. Shame it's not magnetic though. I will go with that. Let's get it started. I had it lined up and then I moved it. Okay, so you have 3 screws to put in. Hush, hush, hush. That one's definitely in. Okay. This one is lined up. They're actually quite tight to go through the music box assembly. It is important that it is the right way on this. And then we'll get the assembly on, which goes on the same way as I'm screwing the screws on. It's not your time to shine, music. Okay. Right. So Then, with that facing like that, we are going to put in, before they have a white side on the back, by the way. So this goes on this side with the white side outward, and the tabs pointing up. And there, oh, quite a tight fit. Then we put this one on. Did write on them what part number was, because I know you're not going to see the inside of this wood. Then moving on to my second pot, we have B3, which is going to go closest to here, this one. So they all have the white on the outside. And that was this one more part I poured, but this, well, a couple more parts I guess. But this was pretty much it, and then it was suddenly like, well, seems a bit dark really because there's not that much to it. That's why I just sand them as I go. And then this goes on top. And line it up. Just do it with a bit I hadn't written on. Not that this part needed a number, really. The sides maybe. Side in. There we go. Oof, workout. Okay, and then we have this part which we will be gluing. B7000 for a little bit of speed here, because I think it is going to be a quick build. And we pop this part on the end here along with the magnets, so just bounces on the end like so. The magnets go inside, hoping it doesn't matter which way. There's two of them. They'll say both. I have this out as well, I'm not sure why or where it went. And then we also glue on the top here. I have that spindle finish. Next part maybe, yes, but I needed other parts to go with it, so as much as I was keen to get this part out, okay, it says make sure that when you put your two in that they are attracted to each other, basically. So they're not fighting, but to be honest with you, you'd soon know, you'd struggle like anything to try and get them on. And then we are going to get some more pieces. So, like I say, it's not many parts in this, so it shouldn't be too bad. We need D9 down here, 2 off, D11, goes in between them. Keep hold of that one. These aren't too bad to get out the forms either. And then this is going to go at the bottom here. Very loose. It says to glue it in. Okay. And I see the hole's not come through on that one either. Well, as much as it told me to put the magnets in before, now it says make sure it goes in at the bottom of here. So you want to make sure it has the white on the outside, like what I've done on this one. Like so. And then it has P8 going through it. What's this other part that they seem to have? I think it's the horse. It doesn't tell me to grab that piece, but I think that's what it is. I think it's this. Because it does have a hole in it. Do we need one or two? Will it fit two in there? I think we can do two. So I'm going to stick them together. It is difficult to tell, I will say. It doesn't really tell me even to use this part, but it does show it. It shows something being in there, so I'm thinking it's probably D10. But it forgot to tell me. And you can't do that anyway, you could only use one because of the way the head is. And that is held in with a pin. No doubt would have been easier to have done before putting it in there. Okay. Nothing holds it on, and then you take the top one of this, I see what it's saying, and put it in here. Okay. Shh. And you should be able to tell it's attracted and you got it the right way round without putting it right on top of it. You could feel it. Okay. We'll do it that way. Right, then pop that to one side, don't need that right now. Back to wood pieces. Well, you've got a spare horse, so if you break its legs, you've got a spare one. Oh, this was meant to be D11 at the bottom here. Dang it. I put D10 in. No, I did put D11 in. Why have I got 4 of them? Maybe they're cautious. Okay, then we take A1. That's B, which is an accordion piece. Definitely not my favourite pieces. we are going to put that around it. Let's see where was it attached? I think it wasn't attached in many places, which is good from a sanding point of view. And you are going to go where this one here. Make sure it's up the right way. Be good. It's actually really quite loose. You want to make sure that you have the picture going outside, by the way. Now it's obvious, but you know, it happens. I think I had this with the other, that these can come off quite easily. Like so. I think I only used wood glue back then too. Don't recall ever using B7000. Might not even knew B7000 existed. It's entirely possible. I broke my accordion, guys. That's not good. We know to be careful of those. Okay, let's get them in. Get this drying and then I'll get that fixed. Right, then before we put the other side on, we will be putting the lid on, which I don't want to do until this is ready, so give me a moment and I will let this actually start to take down, so I probably can put some on here. I get being cocky because I've done one before and I'm like, yeah, these are easy. And then it was like, no, I'm not going to make it quite that easy for you. Right, that can hold it in place for a moment. Then we are going to be putting A4 on, which is the top, before we put the other accordion piece in. Need to be a lot more careful on that. I know accordion pieces can break very easily, so you know, I know better than to trust it to my muscles that I really don't have. So if I can break it, think of it that way, then not probably the most careful person, I guess. Right, we have a lot of these, so make sure they are all poked out. We will be needing them for the top decoration. I don't know that we'll get it all done today, but we may. We'll certainly get a good proportion of it done. I reckon it's going to be a 2-dayer at the most. Well, I don't think it's going to be more than 2 days. Ooh, there's a lot going to be going on the top of this, isn't there? I think these are such clever little models. They're so cool. Okay, yeah. It's like wooden confetti. Okay. Now does it show? It does show which pattern. So you want the one with a line of dots over in this far corner, like so. I guess we will glue this as well, especially that bend there. Clean the nozzle again. Might be something else like that. If you clean it more often, it'll be a lot more giving. I'm giving out that glow. Straighten it. And this does go inside this accordion piece, by the way. Put it all on me. Also going to get some masking tape on here. Just managed to pop it out instead. And then we put the other accordion piece in. So I'm just going to put some wood glue on here, and hopefully this time we can not have a problem. Really doesn't like me right now. It is getting low though, isn't it? We can see it is. But once we've got the main structure done, which is this is really the last part, then it's a matter of decorating it upwards, which is kind of the cool part. Well, it's all kind of cool. When I made the London one, I had no idea it had movement to it, by the way, because I'm that good at reading my model directions, and these are really reasonable considering how much enjoyment I get on making them. They're quite straightforward, they're not overly difficult so far anyway. I think the London one, the only one I had a little bit of trickiness with one of the buildings, because the instructions weren't that clear, a bit like just now with the horse. They weren't that clear, but... And you shouldn't really have to glue these, but I remember having to do it, but I'm pretty certain I did it with the London one as well. Oh, you probably don't need to put anywhere near the amount that I am on either. Okay. Let's get that other accordion piece on, and then we'll let that sit before we start to put things on it. And that's 2 sheets already done, so that's kind of cool. 2 sheets emptied, so again, make sure it's the right way up, because this one actually has the Paris name on it. Okay, squeeze it in there. And, my friends, that fitted like a glove. No problem on the accordion at all, because I guess I remembered to behave and not to wreck it. Alright, so we have made a start, and we have been doing this about 25 minutes, 30 odd minutes with the unboxing as well. So we have 30 minutes left, and we can start to put things on the top here. 30 minutes left, like it's on a time scale, but you know the principle of what I'm trying to say. So I'm not going to put my horse on to test it or anything for quite a while, because I want that magnet to take effect. That's the important thing. So I'm not going to even put it on the building, but yeah, so this is where it's going to sit for a bit, and then we will grab it from there. But like I say, we've got a fair chunk done. So I will be back in a little bit when this has had a chance to dry, and hopefully that accordion piece is relatively fixed. And then we will start putting some of the buildings on already. Like I say, it is pretty quick build. I'll tell you what I am going to do. I mean, they don't say to do it, but why not? Is, as we know that this is the circle that horse is going to go round. I mean, I'm guessing a horse is symbolic with Paris. I don't know the answer to this. Like I said in the unboxing, it's like my daughter said, you know, you would have thought it had been a red bus, but it wasn't. And I'm not sure we need it for anything else. I very much doubt it, because I don't think anything else moves. So just put a little bit of wax on there. Alright, I'll be back in a little bit when this had a chance to dry. Okay, so this had a little bit of time to dry. I did go around and I painted the tops here, and also some of the colouring on the side here. It probably needs that again. It doesn't take so well on this sort of, on the edges of it. It did not dry seal well. Nowhere near as well as I had hoped on this edge. So as that's going to be, that's got the Paris sign, it's going to be like that, so it's going to be at the back. So hey, what do you do, right? Okay, so we are going to get straight on with putting on C13. Oops, wrong sheet. Let's go up there. C13 is a couple. Is that right? It looks like that's right. Okay. Okay. Don't think that overly needs rubbing down. And that's going to go. Let's see if I can get this right. So I'm going to turn it for the moment so you can see that horrible side. It's going in. Yeah. And facing towards the Paris sign. So the back's into you. Then we have C3 which is going to go in here. So let's get that going. Give that a little rub down. It's a bit rough on the edge. So we've been in about half an hour on this build, so we will see how far that goes, how far we go. So this will go in here. It's quite a tight fit, pretty sure that is where it goes. It's almost like you want to put them on this piece before you attach it, doesn't it? That side's in, but not this one. I don't want to break it. It's really quite tough to get in there. It's a tight fit. Okay, then on top, turn page, big sheets. We have C4 going to go in. Oh, we're doing the Eiffel Tower. Probably could have guessed that, huh? So there were two C3s. I wonder if it's a spare part then. Okay, get that rubbed down. Okay, and this goes across with, I don't think it matters really which side faces. Oh, this side going towards that direction. It goes in this hole and this hole, and obviously down the middle of that as well. So I feel it's really fragile, I'm not going to lie. Almost there. There we go. And the pieces are very tight. That one's in. This one needs, oh, I felt it break. This one I can't quite get all the way down. Oh, it's got a big piece in there to be pushed out too. Although I'm probably quite happy it's in right now, maybe that's what the noise was. There we go. Right, let's get that piece out. It's got a little bit of the form inside. Grab it, there we go. So there's the trash. Okay, and then we have C2, so we're all working on this area. That'll be going in, and that is going next to the Eiffel Tower along here. 1, 2, 3. So again, facing towards the word Paris. Oh, that went a bit easier. And C5. So that's C2, oh, beg your pardon, C1 next, which goes right in front of it, again facing forward. So you've just got two, this one and this one. I love these little models. It's nice to do, look towards me a second, sorry, don't break it, thank you. It's quick and easy too. Then C5, which is a guardhouse by the looks of it. I don't even know the name of this building, so I really apologise to anyone who has all that information about what things are. I've only ever been to France. I think I said I've only been to France once. That was when I was in school a long time ago. And we only went to Boulogne, I want to say. I think that's where it was. Probably pronounced different to that too. Okay, just feel out those edges. I didn't do it beforehand. Okay, then D5 and D6 on another sheet. There isn't many pieces, and we get through the boards. We've already cleared 2 boards. So D5, spare piece. Where is it? D5, great big piece, and there's 2 of them. And this will go along here. And D5 goes on the back ones. So we have 2 of this. I'm pretty sure we have a spare if it breaks. Shame we didn't have a spare accordion, huh? And then D6. Zooming along here, guys. Oh, yeah, it was different. Okay, D6, which is this one. Which is the plain one. You would have thought that would be in first, wouldn't you, really? Why would it be that way around? That's so strange. I think this one points outwards because I think we're making a sandwich of parts. This one goes in the middle, and then we have the other D5, so it's not a spare part at all, which faces forward. Like so. Push that in. So that's a bit of a sandwich. Okay. And we have D17, which is, oh, C17, apologise, which is a guard, by the looks of it. Or maybe it's a fire hydrant, actually. Fire hydrant, I think. And that's going to go in the side of here, right into the corner there. Well, that would have been easier to have put in. I'll show you in one tick. A little bit easier to have done before we put all of this stuff in. Oh, and it's such a little piece. I'll make the hole maybe slightly bigger. Well, you don't want to stick that in all the way because it's got the well, the music box is further down though, isn't it, really? But you don't want it to be too loose anyway. Right, I'll show you what I've done, other than it being a very crooked fire hydrant. It just goes in the corner at distance. And I reckon twist it a little bit, and oh, it doesn't go at an angle. Something like so. And then on to D7, back on that other sheet, which is this piece here. And that goes the first row along here. So in here, facing forward. It's a nice easy push. Oh, the page. Then D8. A little piece, smaller. And that goes in front of it. Just here. Very clear instructions so far. Make sure that's all the way in, which it wasn't. There we go. Then we have some small pieces going on. So back on the C board, we need C16. Which is a light, street lamp. We need to get a new emery poured out, and this is going over here with one in front of it, yeah. And then we need 3 19s. C19, where are you then? Oh, up here. I need 3 of those. So we've got 4. Need 4 right there. Okay, these should be okay. And this is going in, let's see, here, here, in here, I think. Certainly here, in here, something else goes in there. And here. I'm going to put these two in, and then we'll hold back on the other one until I get this piece in. That's one. Okay, two. Okay, not going to put that one in yet. C10 we need, which is people running London. Okay, and that goes back here. So that's like people running, maybe. I have to have that facing me. Okay, nice and easy. Then we can put that other tree in here. Okay, and let's see, what else do we have? C18, which is a signpost. It's gonna be like that. I have no idea what that is. Something else fell out the form. And this goes all the way over here. That one, I think. We're so careful with these parts. They actually seem quite firm, but still. Then we need a C11, which is a woman, I believe. Looks kind of like one. And she is going over here in front of here. Lots of smaller parts. Were there many in the London one? I don't actually recall. But we had a lot more buildings in the London one. And then we have C21, 12 and 14 and 20. So let's see, 21 goes in here. Down. 12 goes, so cyclist goes in here. I should have waited to have done this to my grandchild, shouldn't I? My granddaughter. Although I'm not so sure. I know it says it can be quite young, but I can imagine lots of pieces getting broken if they were too young. Oh, totally broke my nail. Okay. Sorry. And I don't think, well, maybe chipped it. Where was I? 14 is next. Which is then another cyclist, and that's going to go here. A little road part, that's kind of cool. Make sure that's in, get you straightened up. And then C20 is going all the way back here. And that's all the trees we have, as I think. I really don't think it has as many buildings as the London one. We're going to put some pieces together. So we are taking D1, one side, D1, come on, right you come. D1, D3, twice. We need both of those. And then another D1. And we are going to make a sandwich with them with this point pointed towards the top. very loose. Very loose. Huh. Always worrying, isn't it? Oh, it's quite so loose. Okay. It's like it's almost just resting on the piece. So, a bit concerning. Doesn't say to use glue or anything. Well, make sure you have the decorative, the grey side on the outside, which I did not. Maybe it will all come together when you put some sort of roof on or something. Because at the moment it's looking rather sad. Okay, we are going to put a roof on, so D4, which is this one. No, I don't think this is D4, this is D3. D4 this one. That should hold it all together then. Okay, easier to put them in here then. That's all rather loose too. Okay, where's this actually going? So I think I'm going to have to build it on there, it's too loose. So let's see. We have this on first. It's going over here. It's got strips behind it, which is a bit worrying, isn't it? When you see those. It doesn't fit in those. It only fits in this one. And what those strips are for behind the little holes. I hope we can get at them. This one doesn't have anything on the bottom to support it. And it's either that or getting the glue out, really. And this part is loose as well. If nothing else holds those in, then I'm going to have to get the glue out, because they are ultra loose. And then we put two D2s on, one at the back and one at the front. Would have been easier therefore for me to have done that before I put that in. There we go, I knew that would come out. Should have put that bit on first, shouldn't I? And then this one. Let's use B7000. Putting a little bit on the tabs, really. This one could just have it on the top where I can reach without pulling that all apart. I guess we'll do it down there now. It's fallen out anyway. 1 second. Okay, and then the top on as well. It's weird that everything else seems to be quite tight, and then this is so loose it definitely makes you think you've done it wrong. I don't think you couldn't think that you've done it wrong when it's quite as loose as it is, and it's ultra loose. Okay, only part we've needed glue though so far. Let's get that in. Okay, we're about 50 minutes into the build. How much more is left? Oh, I reckon. Okay, bear with me guys, I reckon we're going to finish. It's not too bad. Alright, that's done. Next is C9. It might go over the hour, and I try and keep it within the hour, but it might go over. C9 is this piece here. And that's going to go. We need 2 other pieces. We need C7. And C8. This one I can see still has a bit of form in the middle there. There we go. This one goes on first, making sure it's the grey side up. And it wants it on the, like this way round. And push it all the way in. Seems about right. And this one is on the end one. Got hiccups. This one's on the end ones. Keep picking up the wrong tools. Again, this is quite loose, but I think we're okay. And this one goes on the back ones as well. So I'm guessing it causes some sort of steps. There you go. This goes in right at the front. Or actually not quite right at the front, these ones here. Okay, I'm going to have to pop it towards me because I can't really see otherwise. Lift up those steps and be able to see underneath, which is what I did. Okay, and then C15. I don't know what building this is. You guys can correct me all you like. You'll know what they are, I'm sure. And this goes just in front, but on the steps still. So again, like so. I can see that one too. It is going through quite a few layers, but it's quite a big chunky piece, so it's got a little bit of flexibility. And then C6 in front of that. Okay, that goes into the board itself. Let's get it all the way down. That's in. And then that's it. We take our person that we made. We have a few pieces over, not much. We have one of these over here, and this in case you break it. Not much though. We have a spare horse, and we'll put this on here somewhere. There we go. Click to something, and that's it. Done. Like I say, not anywhere near the buildings there was for the London one. So let's wind it up and see what it does. Got a horse going around, how cute. How cute is that? I've only wound it up a tiny bit. I hate competing with these things while I'm recording. I still think it's really delightful. I think it's a shame there wasn't more on it. The London one was definitely a lot more buildings. So when we had the London Eye and all that sort of thing, it felt like a lot more buildings anyway. A shame this part was as loose as it was, but I think it's turned out fine. And our horse goes around beautifully. He's all over the show. He's like a drunk horse. He doesn't want to go, well, I think he's going backwards. Hold on, mate, turn around. Here. Go front ways at least. But yes, he's obviously got an issue about going around that thing. Anyway, and that was it. So there wasn't many spare parts, but there was a few. So thank you very much for joining a really quick build. Do please leave any comments that you may have for this. Do like and subscribe if you haven't already. It does mean the world to me. Most of all, take care of you, and I will see you very soon with another build. Take care. Bye bye now.